Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. And this is very awkward because my mom and my sister is right behind the camera. Stop looking at me. So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on these bucket hats. So I posted a video on Facebook or a picture about this bucket hat and somebody wanted me to make a tutorial. So that's what I'm doing today. I wasn't going to make a tutorial because it looks easy, but I decided to do it still. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today in this video. If you guys like it, subscribe and comment down below, and also check out my website because you can buy it on my website. So let's get into the tutorial. So all the materials that you guys will need are here. So I got my red yarn. This is from Mainstays, the Walmart brand, and then this yarn is from Red Hearts, I believe. Then we have a black, any black works. We have some fuzzy yarn here, and I got this one from the Dollar Tree actually, the Chanel brand, I think, or I guess that's the type of yarn that it is. And then we also have a 4.5 millimeter hook here, and then some scissors. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you want to start off by doing is making a magic ring. And a magic ring is basically a circle that people usually do, or a method that people usually do to start off hats. So you basically want to make a loop like this, put your hook in, grab the working yarn just like this, and then chain one. So it's really easy. Just rewind back about 10 seconds to see it again. So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna chain one more for a total of 2. So this is just our chain 2 for the following double crochets that we will be doing. Now for this bucket hat pattern that I always do, I start off with 10 double crochets inside the magic ring. So that's what you guys want to go ahead and do. So you want to yarn over, put inside the magic ring, and then do a double crochet, and you want to have a total of 10 double crochets. All right, so I have a total of 10 double crochets, and next what I'm going to do is grab the little string and pull on it. Don't pull on it too tight because sometimes it will break, but you want to do it taut enough to where the little hole closes. So I'm just going to do that. So this is enough, so now it's closed. Next what you want to do is slip stitch to join into your first double crochet. So this is my first double crochet, and I'm just going to put my hook through, yarn over, pull it through, and then pull that through the loop that I had previously. So now we just finished our first round. Now we're going to increase, and we're going to increase for a few rows. So we're going to chain 2 again to start off, and increasing is basically when you put 2 of the same stitch inside one stitch. So for example, instead of just doing 1 double crochet and then moving along to the next stitch and doing another 1 double crochet, we're going to put 2 double crochets inside that first stitch. So I already put 1, I'm going to put the second one, and for this second round we're going to do this on every single stitch. So we started off with 10 double crochets. At the end of this round we should have 20 double crochets since we did 2 in each of those 10 stitches. So, you know, basic multiplication, 10 times 2 equals 20. So yeah, go ahead and put 2 double crochets in every single stitch, basically increasing on every single stitch for round 2. Okay, so I just finished round 2. I'm going to slip stitch to join. Make sure you guys do that on every round. Chain 2 again. Now for round 3, we're going to increase, but we're going to increase a little differently. So for round 3, we're going to increase on the first stitch, like this. Then on the second stitch we're going to just double crochet as normal, 1 double crochet in the stitch. So we did 2 here and then 1 here. We're going to repeat that pattern. We're going to increase on the next one,
Baby, you give me
and then chain 2. So after you chain 2, we're just gonna double crochet in the stitch normally. We're not gonna do back loop only anymore. We're just gonna do it normally in the regular stitch, just like this. And you're gonna do this for a total of 4 or 5 rows. So this would be the first row, this would be the second row. Do this until you have a total of 5 rows. And we're gonna change our color to make the little belt buckle on the hat. So like we're doing 5 rows of red right here, and then we're gonna switch to black. So yeah, go ahead and do that, and I'll be back to show you guys what to do next. Okay, so once we get to the end of those 5 rows of red, instead of slip stitching with the red, we're gonna get our black yarn, and you're gonna make a knot on the black yarn. Make sure the knot is pretty tight. Then we're gonna go and do our slip stitch, where we're gonna pick up the black. Oops, stuck in my finger. I'm gonna pick up the black, make sure the hole closes a little bit, pull it through, make sure the knot doesn't go through the stitch. Then you wanna hold the red on the other side, make your little slip knot, and then chain 2 really fast before everything undoes itself. So yeah, you're gonna pull on the black now, and the little chain 2 might get shorter, so just chain 1 more on top of that. So now we have our black yarn, and we're gonna continue doing regular double crochets, and we're gonna do this for a total of 3 rows. So yeah, and what I like to do with my yarn, for a few rows I'm gonna weave it along while I crochet. So go into your first stitch, which is the same stitch that you slip stitched into, and just weave along the string in the back. Just hold on to it, go through your stitch, make sure the string is in between your hook and your working yarn, and just weave it in for a few stitches, just so you know it's secure. So yeah, go ahead and do double crochets for 3 rows using the black yarn, and I'll show you guys what to do next. Okay you guys, so now that I did 3 rows of black, I'm gonna switch back to red, and we're gonna do the same method we did when we switched to black. I already got my slip knot ready, and now we're going to do 1 more row of regular double crochets like we've been doing for the past like 7 rows, or past, actually, what's 3 plus 8 rows, past 8 rows. We're gonna do those regular double crochets. So yeah, go ahead and do that for just 1 more row. Okay you guys, so we have just completed that last little regular double crochet row. So now we're gonna start working on the brim, or the little, I don't know the name for that part of the bucket hat, but the part that makes it into a bucket hat, you know? I'm gonna call it the umbrella part of the bucket hat. So for that part, we're gonna start working in the front loop only. So let me zoom in so you guys can see. Ignore those horrendous nails. So normally we would go through the whole entire stitch, right? But for the front loop only, you're just gonna go under that, and you're gonna pop it up in the middle of the stitch, just like that. So that's the front loop only. Like I said, for the back loop only part, I like to just go into both stitches as normal, as regular as possible. But for the first stitch, we're gonna increase, and we're gonna increase in between every 5 double crochets. So we're gonna start off with an increase right here, and then now we're gonna work in the front loop only on every single stitch all the way around, just like this. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 3, 4, 5. After 5 double crochets, we're gonna do an increase. So do an increase inside the front loop only. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet in the same stitch. So repeat this pattern until you get all the way around. Again, we're working in the front loop only, and we're gonna do 5 double crochets in the front loop only, Then we're going to increase after the 5 double crochets also in the front loop only. So yeah, continue doing that and I will show you guys what to do next. Okay, you guys, so we're going to slip stitch to join, chain 2, and now we're just going to be crocheting in both loops as normal, and we're going to increase again for this row. We're going to do an increase on the first stitch, so do 2 double crochets inside your first stitch. Then we're going to move up to doing 6 double crochets and then an increase. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. After the 6th double crochet, we're going to increase. Repeat this pattern until you all the way back to the beginning. Now we're done with the red part, and we're gonna change the color to the white fuzzy yarn. So you want to make a slip knot again. And then go into the last stitch that you just did. For this round, we're just gonna do half double crochet for 1 row, no increases. Next step is working on the little buckle that goes on the bucket hat. So we're going to use this gold color, make a slip knot. And for this slip knot, we're going to chain 21, or for the chain, we're going to chain 21. So 1, 2, 3, and make sure you do these pretty loose. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So now what we're gonna do is start working on the buckle, and we're gonna make it into a shape of a square. And the way we're gonna do that is we're gonna do 4 half double crochets in each stitch. So go into the second chain from the hook, and you're gonna do the half double crochet 1 time, 2, 3, and then 4. Then on the 5th stitch, we're gonna do 2 double crochets inside that stitch. So 1, 2. Then we're gonna do a 3rd stitch inside that same hole, but instead of doing half double crochet, we're gonna do a treble stitch. You yarn over 1 time, yarn over 2 times, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and then now we're done with the first corner. Next, we're gonna go into the stitches again, and we're gonna do half double crochets again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the 5th stitch, we're gonna do exactly what we did for the first corner, which is 2 double crochets, and then the 3rd one will be a treble. So at this point, just repeat what we previously did for the 4 half double crochets, and then the 2 double crochets inside the same stitch, as well as the 1 treble stitch. So yeah, just continue doing this until you have 4 total corners. Okay, so for the last stitch, we're gonna do a corner stitch, 2 double crochets, and then a treble stitch. Okay, so that's the last corner stitch, and If you put it together, it'll be a square, as you guys can see. So now we're just gonna get our yarn needle and then sew this together. What I ended up doing is just chaining one at the end of the square, and then I slip stitched to join into the very first half double crochet that we did. And then I'm gonna do another chain one, cut my yarn, and then make sure it's like enough to sew the rest of that little corner closed. And then I decided to get a yarn needle and weave the rest of that closed, with which I will show you guys right now. So you kind of just want to go in on the open parts and, you know, just sew it closed. Nothing big, really simple. And then I just took the excess yarn and weaved it in the stitch, and I was done. Okay, so we are really close to being done. All you need to do is sew the little belt buckle onto the hat. What I ended up doing was using a hot glue gun and just gluing it right on there. That's just easier for me. You can sew it or you can use a hot glue gun like I did. And yeah, it's really that easy. So that's it for this tutorial.